another episode of Desire to Inspire, yo mama's favorite podcast. It's a good week. It's a very good week.
Why is that?
Because let's get that. Let's get this. Let's get fucking into it, brother. Because it's been busy as hell. It's been busy as hell. And every single busy week that goes by now, there's just an appreciation that I have for like myself, because it just boom, boom. Like I check things off, bro. It's no more like, over here. Like I'm finding that river analogy that I always use. Instead of having big peaks and valleys, like just float down the river. And I feel like my life is floating down the river, even though there's a fucking tsunami around me right now.
Big tsunami, bro. Like literally busy is an understatement. We talked about it last week, but it's legit, man. It's a lot right now. I bitched last week. I'm not going to bitch this week because I'm changing the way I'm looking at it.
There we go.
Which I talked about in my run thoughts this week. But this week was busier than last. Like this week was infinitely busier than last week. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, the 9 to 5, the quarter ends this month. And so got to make sure everything's dialed to get as much commission as possible. Mm-hmm. And I'm blessed, man. I mean, that's going good. Our stuff's going good. Family and friends are doing good. So it's just, we cooking.
That's the thing. It's like, it's hard to complain because everything is going good.
Yeah.
It's just so much all at once. But that's the thing is like just staying focused on what needs to get done. Mm-hmm. Because I know, did you listen to my run thoughts at all?
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, because this is the same thing. Like there's something that the whole busyness is a distraction. Like it means that we're onto something. It means we're on the right path.
Yep.
And this is all just things trying to pull us away from it. And I know like as long as we stay consistent, we stay in the fucking pocket, dude. It's inevitable.
Yeah, it's wild. I was looking back at our recent videos and things that we've been doing, newsletters, and everything is around the topic of busy. And so I was like, okay. I was like, I get it, this and then, yeah, we talked about this. And I was like,
but it's productive.
You know what we haven't touched on, though? And I don't know if you listened to my daily drive-by yesterday.
I didn't yet. I haven't even had a chance.
So I was like, we're talking about how busy life is, and we're talking about, having routine and habits and everything like that. I was like, but why don't we show a little bit of appreciation? Appreciation that fucking things are changing. When things get busy, it's not always a bad thing. When things get busy, it doesn't need to be looked at as a negative. When things are busy, that doesn't mean our mindset has to go crazy. When things get busy, that doesn't mean that we need to bitch more.
Yeah.
And so I was like, why don't we show appreciation for these different busy times? Because like, there's people that are having busy times right now mentally, and they're fucking going through it, and they're questioning why me and why this. There's people that are going through it in work right now that it's fucking grind. And it's like, why me? Why this? There's people that are trying to get back on track. There's people that are trying to move to a different state. There's all these different things that accumulate to this big old bubble that we've been talking about of busy. But it's like when busy is here, when busy is happening, appreciate it, because something is going to give, something is going to change, as long as you keep fucking going down the railroad tracks.
Me and Mandy started this year new habit of every Sunday we write like on a little slip of paper, like just like something like that we enjoyed about the week, or like something we're grateful for, and then we like fold it up and throw it like in this like mason jar. And so then, like every New Year's we're gonna like go, like they're all dated, we're just gonna like pull them out and like read, like each of us have like one thing, so like we don't tell each other what we write. And so like at the beginning of every year, it's like we can look back and tangibly see like, here's 52 like awesome memories from the year to look at.
Dang,
so Mandy, if you're listening,
cool.
Don't listen to this part. But I literally wrote mine early because she's gone. I could sneak it in and get away with it, because I'm like, I don't want to forget that this is what I want to write. And I literally wrote that like, work has been insane, life has been insane, training was tough this week, and then I was like, but I'm thankful that I have a job. I'm thankful that I'm able to get out there and train for this race. I'm thankful for the relationship that supports me in this. And like, it's literally exactly what you're talking about, man. It's like all of this shit is tough, and like we're grinding through it.
Yeah.
But like, I wouldn't have it any other way. I would much rather have this than be sitting at home with nothing to do. Like, well, I guess this is life.
Yeah. Yeah. I think these weeks are very special to me because like, and I say these weeks, I'm speaking like this one specifically because I have a lot of client calls where we're touching in, checking on them, seeing how things are going. And it gives me time to just, I guess, reflect and dive in on their progress and hear what's going on in their life. And then there's a banter back and forth that isn't a banter like you and I have when we're going or when we meet up with friends. Like it gets deep, and it gets motivational, and it gets passionate, and it gets like tough and easy, and there's emotions in it, and there's things tied to it. And it just makes me, when we think of this and talking about like appreciation and everything, it makes me realize that every stage of life that was either extremely hard, extremely busy, extremely unknown, I look back at it and I'm like, well, that was a pivotal point in my life because it led to this. And that was a pivotal point because it led to this. And so just using something for example, like going away to college, extremely hard, called my mom, I want to come back. My mom told me for the first time, gave me pushback. Well, if you come back, you're not welcome in the house. And I was like, what?
I love that. I've never heard this and I love that.
Yeah. Called my mom. I was in college. It was like a month or 2 months in. It had to have been a month. It wasn't long. It's like, Mom, this isn't for me. I hate it. I want to come home. And again, there's all these things going on in my mind that nobody knows I'm dealing with. My dad passing away.
I was just going to say, dude, honestly, like, shout out to your mom for that because I'm sure she wanted you home. Like, that was a tough time in all of your lives. And, like, for her to be like, no, you're not welcome here, that's huge shout out to your mom.
Yeah. And so all this stuff's going on, and I'm, like, going to class and all these things. And I'm like, I fucking hate this. I hated school to begin with. Why did I come here? She goes, that's fine. She goes, you don't have to go to Ohio State anymore, but you're not welcome back home. And I was like, what does that mean? She's like, find somewhere else to go, whether that's BG or wherever, like, find somewhere else to go. You're graduating from college. It's like, fuck. And then talked to our buddy Brandon. He was like a pivotal point, used him as like a mentor back in the day, and I don't even know if he knows how much he played a factor into it. Called him because he was at Ohio State. He knew I was living in his uncle's place, whatever it was. So I was like, Brandon, I hate this dude, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, get involved. Get involved. Go, like, whether it's a business fraternity.
Before you even knew it, community.
Yeah.
Literally
facts,
community.
dude, yeah. And so I ended up getting in the business fraternity that completely changed my life around. And every single person, you included, was like, oh, you calling me names, you know what names. And so then I like had that going in my head, like, why is everyone making fun of me because I'm in this? I love it. This is great. And so that's when like
I just heard rumors.
then I prioritized like myself there in that sense. And I was like, you know what? I like this. I'm going to ride it. Best decision. But I look back at that time.
Not the best word choice.
No.
I like this. I'm going to ride it.
Oh,
I bet you were, dude.
I hate you. But I look back at that and I'm like, dude, that change has now led to me moving across the country to live in Dallas to get this job. That change has then led me to North Carolina to like be where I'm at now. But then there's so many other things that are in that circle of, but that's just one thing that I can trace happen here and here and here. And
it's crazy, like these little pivotal moments that I don't think that people really realize. And Brandon's that for you. The other Brandon is that for me, where I said like he got me into the gym, and then it pushed me towards Zach, and it pushed me towards literally everything that we're doing today. Like these little shifts that in the moment just feel like, okay, like he's onto something. Let me give something a shot. And then next thing you know, you look back 10 years later and you're living an entirely different life.
Yeah. And so what I was getting at is every one of those hard, busy moments, challenging, depressing, questioning moments is when that next page flipped. And it was like, this is your reward for fucking pushing through. And so I try and frame my mindset with that now and realize, like, buddy, if you keep changing if you keep checking these fucking boxes and you keep doing these things and you keep focusing in the right areas, that next page is going to flip and that next chapter is going to be much better than the one you're currently in, and much better, because everything always elevates because you learn, develop, and grow within those tough times or those busy times or those slow times, like whatever it is. And so I just want people to be aware of that. I want them to focus on that, especially because we talk about this stuff so much. And so to us, it's like, yeah, it makes sense. It's first nature. And then we bounce things off and it makes sense to us. But I want to make sure that like when the people are listening, whether they've been here for a while or aren't here or haven't been here for a while, they consider that and realize like, shit, maybe I'm not looking back and reflecting enough on these moments. What did that teach me in the long run? Where did it get me? Okay, where is this one going to get me? What do I want out of it? Where am I going to go? Even though I might not have the answers, how can I tailor my mindset to be like, this is actually a good thing that I'm going through this right now versus a bad thing and the negatives that come along with it.
It is really rewiring your brain. I actually had an interview today for a nonprofit in the area to be like a media team lead. And like we just kind of went through some basic questions. And like at the end, she was like, actually, I have one more question. She's like the creative director. So like I'd be reporting directly to her. And she's like, I wasn't going to ask it, but like you're here. So let me just ask. She's like, you talk about like your job, your second job, the podcast, the church. She's like, you have a lot of things on your plate. Like, do you actually have time? Like, do you feel like this is adding one more thing that's too much to your plate?
Mm-hmm.
And like, I was like, I am busy. Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say, like, I don't have a lot going on, but these are all things like that I'm passionate about and like that I'm in. Like, I'm in these things for a reason. It's not like I feel like these are things I need to do. Like, these are things that are refueling me. And like, this is what gives me energy, is like being involved in these things that are bigger than myself. And that's just another thing that I want to take on, that like,
yep.
It's one of those things I don't have to do. Like, there's nothing that's making me do it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's something that I want to get more involved with. It's community based. It's Jesus first at the forefront of it. And it's like all these things that like line up with who I'm trying to be right now. And I'm like, so I don't even look at it as like a burden or like an extra thing to do. Like, it's something that I want to spend time doing.
Yeah. And too, because you want to do it means that you're going to figure a way to make it happen. It's not going to feel forced, because if you're like signing up because somebody's telling you to and you're like, fuck, I really don't want this, blah, 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 then you'll find the excuses to make it not happen in the end, whether you got it or not. But the fact that this is actually something that aligns with your pillars, your why, your value, like all of that stuff, you'll be like, well, I could do this, but I have this obligation today, so I'm not going to do that. Next thing you know, it shoos away that thing that's trying to take you in a different direction that's not aligning with those things.
I want to like lean into the leadership aspect of it. That was a huge thing that pulled me in today, was like they were talking about you'll have like one meeting that you run a month, but then like we're encouraging people to once a month just take one person from the team and just go like sit down, have coffee with them, like pour into them outside of where you're volunteering, pour into them outside of just this community, like see what's going on in their life, see what's doing this. And they're like, yes, we're very Jesus first, like that's our main line, but they're like, we're not out here preaching, like we're not out here reading scripture, we're not doing any of that. It's more like, let me show you instead of tell you. Yeah. And it's like, so through all of these actions, like you're gonna have to do that. But I'm like, that's the stage of life that I'm in. Like I texted you and somebody else about like, I want to get involved in that way. Like I want to lead, not like in a big capacity, but like just those one-on-one interactions. Yep. And like, if I can lead that conversation somewhere, that is where I want to spend my time at right now.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I was actually thinking about that topic and that text that you sent out because I want to make sure that something happens with it soon. So that way momentum can get. And like I told you, and giving context, Dylan had texted me and like he said someone else, just saying to get in like a, how did you classify it?
It's not, so I want to find a group of people, specifically men. I want to find men to get around who are trying to grow their faith and just like to be able to lean on them. Like we check up a lot on business, on work, on personal life, but outside of the podcast, and like if it just comes up naturally, we don't ever say like ask how each other's spirituality and their faith is going. Like Phil actually texted me last week out of the blue and said, hey man, how can I pray for you today? And I was like, this is literally, and it was a week after I texted you guys. Damn. I'm like, this is literally what I'm looking for though, is like, we don't go to each other about those things. And so we sit with them ourselves, or we just sit with them with God. And like, yes, that's better than doing nothing. But if we could get together, if we're all helping pray for the things that we want to come to fruition, it's going to happen way faster than doing it on our own. And so like, yeah, I wanted to be part of a men's group, but I was like, but I have the people right now who are in my life. And you responded immediately with, I don't want to say pushback, but it was a little bit of resistance. Like, I don't basically feel qualified to do these things. Like, I don't want to like be part of like a big group or like lead a group or something like that. And I was like, I literally just want it to be us three. Like the whole purpose of this is just for, we're all comfortable with each other. Let's start here. Like, let's start with building it, because none of us are qualified. And that's part of the thing, is like that God doesn't call people who are qualified. He's going to qualify the people who are called to do it. And so the more that I give resistance against it, then it's never going to happen. But if I just step into it with that blind faith, I feel like we're all going to rise because of it.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it definitely wasn't pushback that I was giving. I just felt as if like I didn't want to be a leader in that space. I wanted somebody to give me direction and, you know what I mean, and talk to me about it. Because as we all know, that's the pillar that needs the most work on for me, just understanding it, getting better. But I've stuck with my goal of listening to the sermon every Sunday. So like that's going good. But it's weird, dude. Like you hear certain topics and it just like, they've been talking the last like 2-3 weeks in the services, and we don't have to go down this road too much, but about tithing. And it's been all like money related, and you should tithe 10% of your income to your church, because when God was, you bring 10% and he's not asking for any more or any less. And that just instantly triggers me of what the freaking church was back home that I would always go to. Money, money, money. And my mom can't go up to get communion because she's not a part of it, and this and that. Like, and so it's an uncomfortable conversation, but like, I also see the other end of it as he's talking and speaking and preaching and things like that. But it's wild because those different things, it's like, oh, guards back up because of like what I saw growing up. And so again, like you say all the time, it's about constantly working at it, improving and getting better at these things to understand like truly what it is encompassing and what the actual message is, and not just like hearing the negative thing and you completely check off something and just think that way.
When I'd sent it out, I didn't know what the response was going to be, but I don't think he's going to mind us saying. It's our friend Matt.
Yeah.
And so we went to the soccer game, and his fiance actually brought it up to me. So like he was obviously talking about it at home, and I hadn't told Mandy, and they're speaking across her. And so then I had to like bring her up to speed. I was like, this wasn't like a secret or anything. I just like, it was just for the boys. Like,
yeah,
I actually, for the first time ever last week, prayed with Mandy, which was honestly super uncomfortable and super weird. Yeah. Not like at dinner prayed, like, because we do that, but like we were just having hard conversations. And Ryan, your coach, was actually a catalyst for this. He had put out a podcast where like they were arguing, and like back in the day, like it would have just got more heated and louder, and like we weren't to that point at all, but we were having a tough conversation around like wedding planning. And I was like, this is like something we just need to talk about. Like this isn't, there's no decisions being made right now. Like we're not getting anywhere. Like we need to put this out of our hands. Yeah. And so it was super uncomfortable, and I was like, I feel like we should pray about this. And she was like, okay. And I did. And I was like, this is really weird. Yeah. It was super weird, but I honestly feel like it was very helpful.
No, that's awesome. I fucking love it. Because at the end of the day, what the fuck is arguing going to do? It leads nowhere. It doesn't solve anything.
It wasn't even arguing. I don't even like using that term, but it was just like we both have different opinions, and like we're just trying to like see each other's perspective.
Oh, I understand that.
And we ain't there yet. Like I understand that. We can see it, but it's still not making sense. Decision's been made now. So like it worked.
There we go.
It worked, but I'm just glad that conversation's done.
Yeah.
Now I get to have one with her mom next week. I can't wait.
Oh, well, I'll pray for you on that one.
Thanks, bro. I need it. If you're listening to this, I love you guys.
No, that's awesome. Cool, man. What else is going on in your lovely, busy life?
Just training, man.
How's that going?
Okay.
We're like a week and a half out.
I know. I'm a little nervous because like I haven't went super fast lately. And this week was like heavy legs. Just from like working. I was there till like 11 every night. So like I'm like averaging probably 27 to 30,000 steps a day right now. Jesus. So I just got heavy ass legs. And then I got new shoes that I'm breaking in. So I have a couple factors that are like playing into very uncomfortable training times. And it just has me a little nervous about my lofty goal. But I feel okay.
Stay down. Make the most of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally nothing else I can do but keep putting in the work. And like today, I was like, do I want to go run 3 more miles? I ran like 4 days in a row already. I have a long tomorrow. I'm like, no. I'm like, 3 miles isn't going to make or break this race. Like, yes, it's volume for the week, but like, what does that actually mean if it's... Yep. So I'm trying to like let off a little bit and give myself some grace with take some time off because I don't like to do that. Yep. It's easier just to barrel through it. Yep. Which Nick Bear actually talked about this week is like any type of athlete, like you get healed enough and then you're right back into it. And that's why you keep getting injured. Mm-hmm. And like, that's how not even that I get injured often, but like there's little nagging stuff that I know if I took more time to let heal up, I'd be much better off in the long run. Yep. That's one thing I got to be blessed about, man. I am fucking, knock on wood, staying healthy, feeling good, and really backed off the weight training, the resistance training since the race is so close. What? Yeah, like a lot. How's that feel? It's tough, but I know that I'm not regressing. I know that I need to do this to progress in the things and goals that I have right now that are on the table. So what I'll do is I'll do like 15-minute workouts now. So one thing that I took away from Mind Pump when I was listening to them back in the day is like a 15-minute workout is better than no workout at all. It's better than
getting the 15 minutes, then no 45-minute workout. And so I'm like, you know what? You can still see progress. You can still see results with that amount of time. Go in there, be intentional, hit the lifts. You'll be good to go. And so like right now I'm going in there and I'm not lifting to be sore. I'm not lifting to like push the limits. I'm simply going in there to be intentional with the lifts I do to just maintain the stuff that I have right now. Super impressed and happy with the way that I look and I feel. And so I think that's making it a lot easier, but I might get 1 or 2 15, 20-minute workouts in.
2 a week?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
But my training's increasing.
Yeah,
I got
endurance.
I got a 3-hour ride on the books. I got 2 or 3 days that have 2 different endurance. Brick workouts now. So I have to be smart about the way that I'm treating my body. And with all this travel and stuff, I mean, am I going to put that added stress on? Or do I need to just make sure that I'm checking the right boxes, not all the boxes?
Right.
And so checking the right boxes is, wow, that could be a news article right there. I like that. Checking the right boxes is what's important, especially with this fast-paced life that I'm living right now. So feeling good. I'm getting things to improve. I've been laughing as I've been texting Tone because I sent you the pictures as well, but I got the fucking tight pants for the swim. I got the...
I told him, I said, if he buys these for running... he can never talk shit about me about my shorts again. Done.
I got the compression shorts for the pool, and then I got the compression pants for the bike with the seat pad on it. Mm-hmm. And so Tone's like, Jesus, dude. He's like, oh, and I got the aero bars for my bike. He's like, Jesus, you've really been dragging yourself through the mud. And I was like, hey, you got to know what the worst is, so that way you don't take advantage.
Have you worn them yet?
No, I will this weekend.
I really want to know what the difference feels like on the bike.
Yeah.
Because I never had any.
I'm excited to see. So yeah, training's going good. It's teaching me a lot of life lessons that are putting me in the state of mind and place that I'm in right now in life. So as I say, always do fucking hard things. Hard things. If I didn't go to that conference, I wouldn't be doing 90% of the stuff that I'm not doing right now. So that motto will live on with me forever because it's playing a bigger, more instrumental role in my life than I thought it was. So shout out to you for dragging me to that because my life is completely different than when we were there, brother.
100%. Like, I'm honestly glad, though, that knowing now that it's not going to continue probably for the foreseeable future, that we did get to go to the last one, too. Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, put more attention on faith. I'm focusing on fitness, doing endurance stuff that I was not doing before. I crossed a half marathon finish line, and I was like, I'm never doing that again. Mm-hmm. Now I'm out on my runs, and I'm like, maybe this is the year I do a marathon, too.
You were thinking that?
Yeah.
I'm on a hype right now, dude.
Yeah, I was on my run the other day.
This year?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, shit.
I'm in the best shape of my life, and I'm 30 years old right now. The older I'm getting, the more in shape I'm getting, the better I'm feeling.
That's such a cool feeling.
So cool.
Like, I think that all the time. I'm like, I'm in the best shape I've ever been in, and I'm only getting better. I don't know if I've hit my prime.
I don't think so.
I don't either. I'm just getting faster.
Dude, I'm going out for...
It makes me think, like, is there a peak, or do I just keep going? Because then I see, like, these dudes at Run Club who are 40, 45, and they're running faster than me. Oh, you mean to tell me I keep this up for 10 years?
Fit people are better than fat people.
Facts. But what I was going to say is... I'll let you stare them down for a second.
Okay.
If this isn't the year, my brother wants to do a marathon before he's 30. That's next July. And so we were going to try to do the Disney one. Mm-hmm. But then I'm glad my niece and nephew don't listen to this. They plan a trip to Disney this fall. Mm. The marathon's in January. So he's like, we're not turning around and going right back.
Yep.
But I told him that if he picks one, because it's probably going to be local now, I will go home and I'll run it with him. Like, I'll run his speed, whatever he wants to do, but I'll just run it with him.
Yeah.
So there's potential for like a early spring of 27 or 26.
Okay.
Marathon. That's actually dangerous. I have a wedding around that.
Yeah, you do.
But honestly, probably better that I keep, because especially that one, like, I'm not going to go sub 3. Yeah. I'm going to run it alongside someone else. So like, I'll be able to control what I'm doing more and not be in like a full on intensive block. Because I definitely don't want that extra stressor leading into a wedding of a PR.
Yep. Yeah, let's stay on this endurance topic because it's teaching me lessons. It's making me appreciate life in different ways, avenues that I never, ever knew or thought that I would see doing this stuff. But let's rewind to like 2 years ago. You couldn't get me to go out for a mile run with you guys. Fuck that. I'm not a runner. I'm not running. Nope. Then it was like, okay, I've been watching you guys do it for a while. And then it was like, all right, I'll do 3 miles with you. And I go, oh, yeah, fuck that. I hate it. And this goes on and on and on. And then finally I was signing up for the Spartan races because there's obstacles and stuff. It's not straight running. And then it was like, all right, fine, I'll do a half marathon with you guys, like a year and a half after the Spartan races or whatever it was. Crossed the finish line doing a half marathon. And I'm like, I'm never doing one of those again. And then I signed up for this Ironman. And it gets me here to where I'm at in life right now.
I've got a half marathon at the end of 50 odd other miles.
Yeah. And so now I'm doing a 1.2 mile swim, 56 mile bike ride, and a half marathon. And I'm looking forward to it. And I'm enjoying the training. And so why I'm bringing this up and why I want to focus on it is because if you are not in the endurance space right now, good. Because you can do it. If you want. But the thing is that most people are like, oh, I got this urge to start. Let me go run. And they try and run 3 miles. And
at
they're
an
like,
all-out pace, dude.
At an all-out pace, even though they haven't ran in years. And they're like, fuck that. I hate it. Put your shoes on. Go out there and do a half a mile. And walk the other half if you want. And then go out there again and do a half mile and walk the other half if you want. And do it and do it and do it until you start building up. And then once you realize taking in that sun in your eyes, feeling the fresh air, hearing the birds, seeing a river, having cars honk past you, meeting up with your friends to do it, there is a different aspect of life that endurance sports bring to human beings. And I never classified myself as an endurance athlete until a month ago on my daily drive-by because I am now in the trenches of what endurance sports is. You can't pretty much get into a different field of endurance other than Ironman and say that you're not in it. You are in it when you're at that point. You're in it when you're doing 5Ks and 10Ks. You can say you're an endurance athlete. I had the wrong vision and mindset. So even though I did a half marathon, I was like, I'm not an endurance athlete. Yes, the fuck you are. If you are putting in the effort and you are putting in the reps and you are doing it consistently, say that you're a fucking endurance athlete because you have to start at ground zero and build yourself up. So whether you're at ground zero or you're a world fucking champion, you are in the endurance space and can consider yourself an endurance athlete. But I will say take it a step further and do something that's extremely challenging. So a half marathon was extremely challenging for me. The door didn't unlock for me to be like, I love this space. It wasn't until a year after that and I signed up for this where I'm like, holy shit. Now I see the value in endurance. Now I see why people love this space. Because you get to be out there with the fucking world, dude. Whether you want to be by yourself and just let your mind wander free, whether you want to be by yourself and put headphones in to listen to something, or you want to get involved in a community or run club, whatever it is, there's so many different avenues that you can take in this endurance space that unlock mentally different chambers in your brain to just have you think and appreciate things on a different fucking level or spectrum than you ever would not getting into this space.
When you say that when you cross the half marathon finish line, it didn't unlock for you, I knew a month before that it wasn't going to unlock for you because it's not the race that unlocks it, bro. It's the daily grind of it that unlocks it. The race is just the goal. It's just the date on the calendar. It's the day that you do the big thing, and it's a celebration of the fucking 4 to 6 to 8 months that you've put in to get to that point. So this is where the unlock should come, and this shit hypes me up because I know how against this you were. They might not know, but I know how against this you were.
Yes. I was running last week. I had an hour and 30-minute run, I think it was. Bro, I'm getting them right now. I was out there running, fucking head to toe goosebumps. I'm like, oh my God. And I'm thinking about stuff that I'm not going to talk about. And then I'm running a little bit more, full goosebumps again. And again, like literally 8 times. So much so to the point where I picked up my phone during that run, was calling someone and being like, bro, I need you to feel this. I need you back out here. This and that. Like this shit.
Well, I could guess who that is.
Yeah, you can. But, and so I'm going to say his name because he won't care that I'm saying this. But busy season of life. Being intentional, making sure that you're appreciating things, making sure that you're checking the right boxes over all the boxes. When life gets busy, we have to stick to what got us to where we are today. That is our good habits. That is our discipline. That is the stuff that keeps us feeling energized, alive, that is rejuvenating us. That is a time for us to escape from this reality of politics, work, relationships, whatever it is. It gives us a time to go out there, let our mind be fucking free, and see, okay, cool. Life is still, going like this. Life is still going good. Even though it's busy right now, like, I needed that. And for some people, that's fucking working out. For some people, that's endurance. But right now, just focusing on endurance, it's like these are the boxes that need to be checked to make sure that during this hectic time of life, we stay balanced. We aren't burning at both ends to the point where we just explode and fuck, and then everything goes to the wayside. And so as we're busy and as people in our lives are busy, we want to make sure that during those times when we see people going through that we hold them accountable, that we don't just say, hey, man, I see you're busy, keep grinding. No, bro, how the fuck are you doing? No, really.
I told him this week, maybe last week, I said, as soon as you're ready, dude, we got to go for a run. So I said, I'm feeling it. So
listen, when you have good people in your life, when you have people that truly care, when you have people that are actually going and striving to be more, want more, do more, you check in on those people. Those are the people that you want in your life, because when they see that you're running around in fucking circles, getting everything done and making sure this, and this.
Not running around, actually.
But they call you and they're like, bro, what's going on? I realize that you're not doing this. I realize this. I realize that. You do it with me. My family, I have family that does it with me. Like you have good people to check in on you. And sometimes you need somebody to be like, no, fuck that. Stop everything you're doing, bro. Prioritize this for 1 second. Go out there and get this feeling of a run in again. Go out there and get this energy. Your mind needs it. Your body needs it. So I made a phone call. Brother.
That's a
big ass phone. Brother, what's going on? Dude, I'm out here right now. I'm fucking running, and I have to tell you something. That like I am having the craziest visions right now, but next fucking weekend, Saturday or Sunday, we're going out on a fucking run. I don't care what time it is.
Weekend?
Yep. I don't care what time it is. I don't care how long it is. I have a run. You're coming out with it. Mark your calendar right now. Get the work out of the way. Get everything out of the way. When you are available on Saturday or Sunday, we're getting back out here. You need this feeling, bro. You need this fucking feeling. And I got goosebumps all over my body. And I was like, that's all I got to say. He's like, lock it in. I was like, bet. Got off the phone. I'm fucking running, bro. I'm so fucking happy. The sun's shining. I'm like, let's go. But people need that feeling. Because I know what that feeling means to him. I know what that feeling means to you. And so when I can see like, hey, I got to pull him back into this, I'm going to fucking do it. And like I said, I don't care if it's 5 minutes or if it's 50 minutes. At least he gets that feeling again to be like, fuck.
I was going to lift after this, but now I feel like I need to go for a run, man.
And so challenge yourself. If you hate endurance, if you are one of those people that says, I hate endurance, you are the perfect candidate to love endurance. So if you have no idea where to start, if you have no idea where this like journey would even go for you, reach out, because Dylan is a fucking master in this space. He knows a lot more than I do. But the feeling that you get when you are out there and you finally unlock that appreciation for it, there's no better feeling, dude. There's no better motivation.
You ain't got to convince me.
Anything you want to add, or should we wrap this up?
I think I need to go for a run so you can get this thing done.
Let's wrap this up. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate these conversations. Hopefully people can feel the energy that I feel in this room this season.
I love that we come. So the last couple episodes, we didn't have topics. And then we come with topics and we don't touch one, bro.
We didn't even touch it. That's all right. That'll roll into the next week or next week.
Shit.
But I appreciate you. I hope that you guys are feeling the energy and find something in these episodes. I know that it's not going to be every episode that you pull some away. Some of them you're going to be like, what the fuck did I just listen to? That didn't speak to me. But it doesn't need to always speak to you. What we want to do is just try and unlock your mind to think of your life a little bit differently and realize that we all need fucking work. We all need to improve. We all need areas that we need to tweak and manage and this. And when life is busy, don't think that you don't need to focus on those stuff. That's when you have to focus on it more and make sure you're checking the right boxes and not all of the boxes. Focus on the things that are important, but that are also going to challenge you and give you time to be with yourself, instead of prioritizing all those other things where you forget who you are and what's important to you and what matters to you. So go out there, have the desire to inspire, work on making a difference the way that you want to in this world, and really just enjoy life. We get one of them. Proud of y'all. Love y'all. Kiss your mama for us. It's on.
Peace.